My content is for 13 and up or adult collectors of the product. Which is the best setup to use for Wind Night? Hello everyone, and before we continue with this video, subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on, and this video is brought to you by Beyblade Premier. Now Beyblade Premier, did you know, use only, if you make an order before 1 PM EST, they ship your order the same day. Check out the Premier, they have other bays, parts, deals, other stuff there. Make sure to check it out and use code WAZ for 10% off. And let's begin. Alrighty, I love Wind Night. Yes, it's funny enough, isn't it ironic? The bay that I was least liking, I like the most. Yeah, very funny. So, in this video, we're gonna see what's the best setup to use for competitive players, and I guess technically also near stock. And we're gonna find out, Alrighty, starting us off, we have the Kick Driver, the original Eternal, High Eternal, High Revolve, Metal Never, and Bearing Dash. Listen, I think we all know which one it is, but we do gotta see some of the other. No, there's at least two. I want to also mention before someone comments, what about Metal Bearing Drift? Now listen, not everybody has that driver, so I don't feel that it's right just to put it for the video. Of course, if Bearing Drift was out, I probably would throw in Bearing Drift, even though I think it's defense, but I would consider just that stamina. Anyways, while we can try with the Moon Disc, we are going to really primarily use over, and I will say my disc recommendations is either over, illegal, or if you have somehow, if you don't have over, you don't have illegal, then I don't know, Giga, I guess? Anyways, let's get started. We'll be throwing this up against Vanish Achilles, over, High Extend plus Dash with 9, against Dynamite F Gear L Gear, illegal, Bearing Dash. Alrighty, so we're gonna try, this is the 4-star moon. And we're gonna try it with Eternal, so obviously High Extend plus Dash with the Vanish. I'm pretty sure it's still actually, you wanna know what? I haven't tried really moon too much in opposite spin, so maybe it could be, because I mean, you know, in fairness, right? Because tapered is used in opposite spin, right? It's not really used same spin, so if moon did have that use, we gotta be fair here, you know. I don't think Eternal has any use at all. In fact, we're actually trying to get rid of the Eternals right at the start, and the High Revolve, and the Kick. Honestly, yeah, we're gonna speed through the ones that I'm not gonna use. The only ones I'm interested in really are the Metal Never and the Bearing Dash. Which you could also just use the Gold Never if you don't want to use Metal Never. Yeah, okay. So, we can try you. You know, it's funny, I don't think I balance tuned the dragon when I launched it, actually. That's not good. I think you should still win. Cool. Try it again. That's why I hate moon. Too much scraping. All right, yeah. Get your kicks in. Okay. Not worth even trying over with. Next. Well, there is Kick, so we actually do have to try to go through Kick. I actually don't even. Kick is terrible, by the way. I think I remember seeing whatever that was like saying, hey, you know, it's kind of in a way of how kind of like Kick works, kind of the night gimmick. I mean, Kick honestly just has the same issue that kind of Bounce just has for kind of just dying at the end, so yeah, I would not say Kick. So Kick Well, actually, kick, we're just gonna just leave that straight for opposite spin, to be honest. And for high eternal and honestly high revolve, it is really same spin, so we just do that. Yeah, okay, honestly, we're really gonna speed through the ones that are not useful. I don't even know if it can win. I'm pretty sure if it does, that is night carrying, because if you remember, Vanish can... Oh, never mind. Okay, wow. Alrighty, 2 drivers already eliminated. That's pretty good. Okay, next up, these are the only ones where I'm probably gonna switch to over after I try one round. It's gonna be high revolve. Now, with high revolve, it is inconsistent same spin. Now it's literally on something that is really heavy, so, and has good stamina, so it should have somewhat of a chance. Should. Okay. Let's try this again, but we slap on over. I mean, honestly, I'm just doing this because if someone has that driver campaign stuff and they're wondering if it has any use, then we go for it. High Eternal, I don't have the good copy of it. I'll explain as we're doing this round, but the issue with High Eternal is when they're doing it, there's like a really bad QC issue, which I think I've mentioned this on a previous one for like quality control issues, whatever. I think it was on the Dragon thing or whatever, on that video. The shaft, whatever, on the thing is like too shaky on some copies. Some are normal, some aren't, so yeah. So the issue is, yeah, then after the issues become, okay, honestly, and unless I'm doing opposite, I don't think I'm using this. So the issue then is that it becomes really, really shaky, and it's not a good thing. So if you have a copy that isn't too shaky, then that's a good thing because, one, you can use it. I believe really the only results I remember being notable is that you could beat like maybe like high extend plus dash, kind of. But that's always like one of those same, it's a driver like same spin stuff that it's not really the easiest to get to work, to be honest, you know what I mean? So, yeah. We're done with those two, by the way. We get to like the main ones soon. This should actually, never mind. Okay. And this one's also done just because the high revolve thing is just clapped. Alrighty. Next, however, it gets interesting. Also, if you're wondering why I am in, I think it's upper force, whatever it is, whatever mode has the red exposed, upper force, yeah. I don't know. I like it more, but I haven't really noticed that much of a difference. So for this one, this is primarily going to be something for opposite spin, okay? So for this one, we're going to try this with bearing dash in specific, okay? Now this, kind of scary. I say this because I say this with humility. I got clapped by Never. And then after I thought, man, okay. Never kind of does struggle. Now, obviously this does depend on the matchup, but generally same spin, it's a little bit hard, but it does depend on the matchup. You can't get it to work. But opposite spin, it's honestly like pretty neat. So if you know people who kind of play Vanish, whatever, yo, slap that metal Never. It's not guaranteed. Obviously, you could still get a lot of draws or whatever, but you could have a chance. See what I mean when I say you could get draws? Yeah. Let's talk about other stuff. Let's say you don't want to use the Night Core because, you know, maybe against attack, whatever, you're afraid, maybe I lose those clicks. What are my recommendations? I think for cores in terms of stamina, I guess kind of, I mean at the top I would probably say Dragon. I think Knight kind of comes close. And then after it's like between Belial 2 Valkyrie, and then after below that is the Kerbeus core, I would say. And probably like Perseus is somewhere there, but Perseus is very specific setups if you ever want to use it for stamina. So, yeah. I do like Metal Never or not. I really do like it. This should work. Should. I'm starting to honestly think Moon is just... If I give this over and this starts winning, I'm starting to think Moon is clapped. I'm sorry. I think Moon is only use has actually just came from using it for attack. Actually, you want to know what? Moon, you're done. You're done for this video. The BU lock discs is a cool idea, but... none of this they've done have been that special. The only thing is, like, Moon has kind of had use more than Xanthus. Xanthus? I will struggle on that word sometimes. But yeah, aside from that. Also, what armors to use? I like 9 on the thing. I think 9 works nice. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay, yeah. So if the results are like that, then yeah, Moon is definitely clapped opposite. Because I was thinking of doing that separate video on it on the competitive channel where we do really like, now we just do full sessions. Then after I thought to myself, well, it was failed me before. Why should I try again? If someone does find a really good Moon combo, hey, don't drop it on the video. Maybe there's some tech I'm not realizing, you know? I don't know. Yeah, but you can see, like, to the average, like, Vanish, honestly, like, Wind can still lose, I would say. It's not that hard for Wind to lose, either drawing or equalizing or whatever, right? It really does depend, and I say this as it's hard dominating. Hold on. There's high extent plus dash? No? We're not even on the bearing, which to be honest, the bearing is what I would probably say for like the most safe. And if you're someone who likes to do the stock battles or whatever, but you just want to replace the tip, you just bearing dash or... I want to say normal bearing, but probably bearing dash if you have bearing dash. If not, you can kind of get away with normal bearing, but... I think maybe like the red bearing or whatever, I'm pretty sure, I remember that one not being too, I mean, no, that one's still kind of weak, never mind. I feel like the spring on it. I think this should also just be high extent plus dash, I'm pretty sure. This is the Zankye recommended one, this is the cool one, this is the cool one. That's the cool blader one. One. I don't even know which one. Alrighty, well, either way, next up is really just showing off the same spin for the lad. So, ideally, I'll get the Moon discs just one more time. Okay, you know, we for the people who like the Moon disc, you know, I'll get it. I'm very sure that it is going to be clapped by this. It should lose, and this will be an example where it can lose. If you like to use the Moon disc, don't use the Moon disc. For my sake, don't use the Moon disc, please. If you want to win, don't use the Moon disc. Unless you find a combo that works with Moon, then fair play. Yeah, okay. We're back to Over once again. Over, honestly, is such a weird disc because they can't beat Over. Like even, well actually, I don't know, I feel like Illegal was close, but they had to hollow it out. But it's not a bad thing because it would have been even better than Over most likely. Because it's just as good as Over, honestly, I would say. I could say that. So they should probably beat it. If it doesn't probably beat it, they should be like uber close. Or nah. Or nah. God damn. Alrighty, as we're ending off, I just want to say yes, Wind is a solid release. I feel that, yes, obviously too, by the way, this thing could still lose. Doesn't mean it's invincible. There are counters to it, but it's just showing how effective it can be. Moon is still definitely clapped, but either way, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll probably have maybe a few more wind videos out, but I'm definitely enjoying this release. Make sure to check out the competitive channel. Have an amazing day, and bye.